Hey there, welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. I hope you're going to love today's project. It's something a little bit new, it's something unexpected. It's how to make a JuJu hat. And by the way, did I ever tell you that I'm Aunt JuJu to my nieces and nephews since I was 14 years old and my first nephew came into the family? So Aunt JuJu is going to teach you how to make a JuJu hat. This was so easy and so fun. Anybody can do it. So let's get started. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. We're going to make something fun and different, and I have a feeling that a certain 9-year-old, almost 10-year-old is going to want this when I'm finished with it. So we'll see. But let me tell you, this is like a JuJu hat. I'm not really sure what the background is on it, but I've seen different in magazines and decor sites where they've had this big round thing that was either feathers or a texture like feathers, and I just find it very beautiful. I love the texture of it, I love the feel of it, and I thought I would love to learn how to make one. Well, one day I was on TikTok and I saw somebody making one, and I will find her TikTok and I will link her down below. And guess what? If you're on TikTok, I am too. I finally made the leap a few weeks ago to get on TikTok, and I'm having fun putting content there. So if you would, check out my TikTok account, Facebook, Instagram, whatever your favorite social media is, I'm on it. So make sure you're following me there. So this is not going to be a very labor-intensive project. Should be fairly simple and pretty quick. So let's get started, and we're going to start with this I don't know, what do you guys call these, project boards from Dollar Tree? Do you remember getting these? Yes, project display boards from Dollar Tree. Now, you don't have to use one of these. You can use just a regular cardboard box that you have on hand. But the reason why I wanted to try this one was because of the white background, and I'll tell you in just a minute. Okay, so there's a few ways to do this. You can use a wreath frame as a guide. You could use a mixing bowl as a guide. You could use just a string on one pencil and a string on the other, and just use it is that a compass or a protractor? I can't remember. But you get my drift. There's a few ways you need a circle, guys. You need whatever circle you want to start with. Now I'm going to this is a 12-inch wreath frame. I'm going to use a 12-inch wreath frame because I want to keep as much of this in the shot as possible. So that's why I'm doing it smaller. It'll still stick out a little bit further. It's still going to be a good size wreath. That's going to be at least 16. It's not really a wreath. It's a JuJu hat. Julie, this is not a wreath. Okay, but you get my drift, okay? It'll be about 16, maybe 15 inches. We'll see at the end, but we're just gonna have some fun with it. So basically all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just trace it out with some pencil. I don't know that you'll see this on the screen, but you'll know what I'm doing. And then you're either gonna do one of two things. And if you hear, my lawn is being cut right now. If you hear it, I apologize. I got these amazing scissors from Jeannie from Trinity Tree. Oh my goodness, I need to find a link for you guys because they cut like butter. I was just telling you all about how much I needed a better pair of scissors. So I don't know if going in a circular motion will be good, but I just thought I would try these and see how they cut. It's so easy to go through the box. Probably a straighter line would be easier, but I thought I'd give them a try. So I'm gonna just cut this. Okay, so I did get out my little straight edge and did that, or whatever you call this. You know what I'm calling? Straight edge, I'm not sure. But yeah, cutting in circles is a little bit harder. So anyway, so I want to find the middle of this because we are going to cut it. Okay, we're going to cut a slit down here. So I'm thinking that looks about, just find the middle of your wreath. Let's see, 12 inches. Okay, so that would be the middle. And then let's see, it's 12, so this 6 inches right here. So I want to we need to cut a nice straight edge there. Okay, I'm going to get these scissors out now, and I'm going to cut that. I don't know, maybe that straight edge would be better. Just harder to cut through. It doesn't hurt my hands to cut it or anything, but it's just trying to get through that part. Okay. And of of course it didn't go all the way through. Do it a couple times. I might need a new blade. Okay, there we go. So at this point, we're going to start bending our cardboard, okay? Because what we want it to do is we want it to kind of dome up. Dome up. I don't even know if that's really quite the correct way. So we're going to we want to just kind of place it over this one so that it has more of a dome. So we're going to create this look, okay? So you see what I'm doing? I'm overlapping it by about 1/2 inch. All right, so I'm going to get some tape and I'm going to tape that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to grab my glue gun here. Hold on. I'm going to just grab my glue gun because you could use duct tape underneath this, but honestly, this Gorilla Glue should stay put. And I'm just going to hold this here. Oops. See, I got myself. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at getting my fingers. I should be better at this by now. I'm going to go get my chip clips and I'm going to clip that and I'm going to let that dry. Okay, so it didn't take long for that to dry at all. We're going to use the brown side up. Like I said, I wanted to, even though I ripped that, I'll just put a little bit of tape. I just wanted to have this white on the background just in case you saw it from the side and you would see the white and it would match the front of the wreath. So I got these feathers from Amazon and I will leave links in my description box and they'll be in my supply list on Amazon and where you can get some like this or use what you have. You don't have to get those from there. So basically what you're going to do is we are going to start gluing this around, okay? And basically what we want about 1/3 on the circle and about 2/3 of the feather off, okay? So let's flip them this way, I think. Let's see. Nope, I wanted to go this way. So let's unfold these. These come in 2 yards each. So I got 3 packs, not knowing for sure how many packs I'll end up using. So we'll find out at the end here. So I'm just going to start. It's pretty simple. This will be a little wonky, so be careful. So I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to just kind of start it right here. All right. Come on. Why doesn't my glue gun want to come up? Okay. Alrighty, so I'm gonna just start adding some glue. I like the SureBonder glue gun and all of my supplies are in that Amazon shop that I just told you guys about. So if you wanted a mat or you wanted a wood burner or this glue gun, you can go to my list on Amazon and you can find them and order them. And it is an affiliate link for me and it does help me. So I really appreciate when you guys, you know, order from it. It really does help because it costs money to buy the supplies to make the things to teach you guys. So it helps me out when you do that. And I really appreciate it. And you guys buy stuff every single day. But let's see here. So you're just going to keep going around. This is pretty simple. So I will keep going around until I make it here and then I'll come back. Okay, this is already looking really pretty. And at this point, you could cut this and then start down here. But you know what? I'm going to do it a little different because I have plenty of this ribbon of the feathers. I'm going to go over top to kind of give that base a little bit of a fuller feel. And it's just me, you know, being me. You don't have to do this, but I'm just going to go right over top of where that satin base is for this ribbon. And I'm going to just keep going over it. And then I'm going to come back and show you how we're going to start a new row. This is looking really pretty. When I looked online, these types of wall hangings can be quite expensive. Anywhere from $60 to, I saw them over $300, depending on what you're using, I'm sure. But now the next step, and you can see I'm not like perfectly round by any means here. So I'm just going to take the next, I opened up another package here. I still had, let me show you this. Wait a minute. Hold on. I still had about 17 inches of feathers left from the first one. So I'm just going to put those to the side. All right, so now we're gonna start with this. I always look to see what's, because there's like a front and a back. That's probably more preferable. So I'm just gonna start here. I'm gonna find, I think I started here, so let's just start right here. Be careful not to get glue on your feathers, okay? Just a little tip there. So basically I'm gonna keep going around this, and I'm gonna try to make it go in a more circular, you know, design. You have to kind of pleat it a little bit as you go around it, which is okay. And I want to try to stay consistent. There we go. So if you understand, when I kind of double over, I'm pleating it just a little bit. And then I'm just going to keep going around it. I think I'm going to keep this method of doubling the layers only because I think it's going to be nicer. It's just going to feel fuller. It probably kind of depends on your feathers too. So, but I think this would be pretty too, because I think you can probably get colored feathers and you could do so many different things with this. It would be really pretty. So make sure you tag me on social media. If you're on Facebook, I have a wreath group called Wreath Creators and More. If you're, you know, you can share it even to my page on Julie's Wreath Boutique on Facebook too. Or you can email me. My email's in the description box. And if you want, you can get on my email list. And when I email you, you can reply to me. So anyhow, it's just kind of a way to stay connected. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do 2 layers over top of this one, and I'll be right back. Y'all, I'm loving this. I'm loving it. I don't know, maybe I should put it in my bedroom. I mean, come on. I can like feathers too, right? So what I'm going to do here, you could do a couple of things. You could cut off these and then kind of place them, but I'm just going to kind of keep like folding them, like kind of an accordion style, I think, here. So let me get my glue gun. I'm going to need to add more glue to it here in a minute. So I'm going to start my glue right here. And then, so when it starts to take a turn, okay, we're going to add a little bit more glue. Hold on. I'm going to fold back and like fold back like a fan almost, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? See? And then, you know what? I'm going to fold this back too. That didn't have enough glue. Kind of. And then I'm going to hold that down, and I'm just going to keep going around because we just want to make this a circle, guys. That's all we're doing here, okay? So we're going to go like this. You could put a little bit of glue even underneath of it a little bit. Underneath and over here. But like I said, if you want to just cut little sections and glue them down, you can do that too, because we're going to do that in a moment. Okay, so instead of just doing the same thing I did before, I'm going to show you how you could just take sections of like 3 or 4 of these petals. I keep calling them petals, they're not petals. Okay, so I'm just going to cut some here. And then, let's see, that's the front. And you can just do this. And just go around it. So I'm just going to go like this, and I'm going to overlay them just ever so much. That might be a little, I think I got 5 there. It's probably maybe a little too many. So, but we'll make it work. And then I'm just going to do this all the way around, and then I'm going to cut. At this point, so I went over, you can see it's not perfect. You're just going to take some more, and we're going to work our way inside of our, you know, circle here. And you might want to take some smaller. It helps if I don't turn my hot glue gun. I'm using my hot glue gun, and I'm like, man, it's really kind of having a hard time coming out. Well, I just figured out I had turned it off, so I might have to pause here. Oh my goodness, the adventures in crafting. So you're going to see, I'm going to cut off, let's just cut off part of that. And save that because we're going to use it. Okay, remember, feathers are going to make a mess. It's okay. Let's see if we can make this work here. And then I have a little bit of bling, and that's really kind of up to you. You might preference not to do this, but I have a little bit of bling, and I'm going to see what it looks like. That one has a broken one, so let's just take our little things here. I'm going to just cut some more. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to take some and I'm going to cut them. So basically all I did was cut little pieces, and I really kind of overlapped them. So now you can't see any of the base of the wreath here. And then I'm going to take some of the feathers and I'm going to cut them. And this is how, if you don't want to add the bling like I'm about to, like I'm just going to cut it like halfway here. I'm going to find some nice pieces and I'm just going to overlay them so that we have a few shorter pieces here. Just kind of work your way in there. Oh, it's so pretty. Just something different, you know? I like to make something different every once in a while. You know, you could just like put one right in the middle there if you wanted some coming up. But I'm going to put a little bit of bling on this, okay? So I had found these little gems at Hobby Lobby. I'm not going to use that particular one, but they were in the wedding decor section, and they were these were actually on clearance, and then I got another 50% off. So they were marked down to $2.99, and then I paid $1.50 for them. So I'm going to use the ones I already opened them up, but you could just literally put one in the middle, and that would be pretty. Or like a beautiful brooch, but let's just look at this. I was thinking of doing this. You could do like 3 in the middle. Ooh, I like that 3. I think the 3 is what I want to do. I think that's so pretty. And if you wanted, let's see, you could add more and kind of go like so. And then you could just do 1 on top. But I think we're going to just do the 3. I think the 3 is going to lay there nicely. So this is going to be a little tricky. So I'm going to try to do this and be really careful here with this glue because I don't want the glue showing. It's kind of key. All right. So let's just drop that down right there. So we want to put 1 there, and we're going to want to put 1 there. And then we'll put something on the back of this so we can hang it too. All right, so as you can see, I'm going to look it up. I just put 3. You can add more if you want. I think 3 is just perfect for us, for me, for wherever I'm going to put it. Not sure where. I don't think I would put this like in a bathroom. I don't think the moisture would be good. So I told you I was going to show you how to put a back on it. So let's flip it over. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the back over here, not the side that we glued down. I need to tape that little piece there. I'm going to just take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to make a loop, and I'm going to just twist it here, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little piece of felt. This is one of the things I love having felt, and I keep little scraps because you can use it for things like this. Now you could either do this, but I'm going to, well, yeah, I think we're going to just do that because I don't think there's enough room. All right, so we're just going to glue it down. All right, so I'm going to glue this down right like that. And then I'll probably clip this extra off here. And then I'm going to just take this to kind of help hold it all down together. And I'm going to glue it down closer to the top here so that this stays as close to the board as possible. And you know what? I'm going to get another piece of little felt and go over there because I don't want the glue showing. And guys, that's it. That's all there is to it. I'm going to just take my, I'm going to cut these, and that'll dry nicely. But I think this is so pretty. I don't know, can you see it? I'm glad I didn't make a huge one because it's just hard to see in the camera. But let me tell you how big this is. This is going to be, it's about 20 inches in diameter. That's going to be a nice statement on your wall, and I'm going to hang this up, and Oh, I love it. And I have the links for the feathers in the description box below, and I checked, and you could do all sorts of colors, all sorts of colors. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you followed along this far, would you please leave me, let me think, the bling emoji if you have it, okay? Some kind of diamond or a ring, since we use bling in the middle of this. And then that just lets me know that you watched to the end, and I really appreciate this. I really appreciate the journey that I've been on here on YouTube and all the follows that I've gotten. You guys are amazing, and I feel so supportive by you. So click that link in the description box to get on my email list. Click the subscribe button too, so you can see more projects and fun DIYs here on Julie's Wreath Boutique. So until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.